I don't even know where my control went. Oh, there it is. So, you guys, I had YouTube. I gotta put a little music on. I'm really tired, you guys. I am sorry. YouTube. Um, so I've got some questions of like, Yu-Gi-Oh satanic? Is it part of a cult, the Illuminati? You know, the thing against God, and does it? You know, are because there's a lot of liberals out there that think that Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of satanic, and there are none liberals who actually think it's a non-satanic. There's a lot of people that think it's satanic, and then some that are not satanic. So I'm here to clarify this. Uh, First of all, Yu-Gi-Oh is a TV show. It's an anime, right? And basically, all it's about is a kid who is 16 years old. He goes out with his friends on an adventure, basically looking to, challenge himself and other people that come upon him. And so when, it's kind of like basically a show where you have a moral, of, a moral, there's a lesson to be learned at the end of the show. Like, don't be greedy, be humble. And basically Yugi kind of talks a little bit about, be humble, be safe, meaning like don't, do anything that, you know, he wouldn't do, or do something stupid or out of your league. And so a lot of people ask, I already am, Linda. Have been. Um, Porn, it is. Porn, everyone watches porn. I mean, but it's kind of not natural to watch it if you're a Christian, because, it does say fornication. And that's the thing about that is, no, I don't. But anyway, you guys, I mean, I've had a lot of questions about this. I have to answer this. Um, so people basically ask, Romeo, how is Yu-Gi-Oh not satanic? How is it not evil? And I tell them, well, because you think about it, it does do magic and all these kind of crazy things. You summon a card like this, and you go, I summon blah blah blah, and then and no, Linda, I haven't, Ed, but I do have to get on the subject though, on what I'm doing. So, yes, it does kind of include summoning a card and then making it just go, but that's a TV show, and a lot of people think, well, that's satanic, isn't it? Because you're also like summon a monster and you're doing random, crazy, weird things. That's satanic. Okay, well, first of all, the definition of satanic would be something that has the Illuminati, which would be the triangle in the eye, or the "Thou do what will be done" by Aleister Crowley, or the number 666, which is the mark of the beast. Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never seen Mark of the Beast. I've never seen the eye. I've never seen anything with 666 on there. You could probably look, and there could be, but I doubt there is, because I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever since I was a kid, and I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Still, I do watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually play the card games. Now, people ask me, is having played the card game, is that evil? Because there's a card in here that I'm going to show you guys. Give me a sec. There's a card in here that looks like the evil demonic symbol of a symbol that we all probably would wants to know. I'm trying to find it. See, and I'm looking through my cards, and all I see is like natural cards that people could play with, not anything demonic. So you're probably asking me, well, is it really safe to play these things? I assure you that, trust me, you will not go to hell for doing all this. I assure you, you're not going to go to hell. No matter what people tell you, don't believe everything you hear about people telling you these things. Because honestly, if you believe in what people tell you, sometimes you get your mind so worked up that you're going to literally go nuts. No, that's not in here, but I did have it almost. So you guys, it's kind of basically the question of, how bad is Yu-Gi-Oh? Is Yu-Gi-Oh really evil? Does it promote evil? Does it promote hate towards, other people and towards whatever else, supposedly, like towards not just people but humanity and life in general? Actually, at all. I see Yu-Gi-Oh as pretty much a what do you call it? A way to learn strategy. It's a strategic game. If you play strategically, you will have a chance. Ah, here it is. This symbol. Because a lot of people say that symbol as, this symbol right here. This is the symbol that I get a lot. This is kind of the devil's pentagram, actually. So, yeah, it kind of does have a little devilish pentagram in it, I guess, but really, I mean, it might not even be the devil's pentagram, if you think about it. So, yeah, this does look like the devil's pentagram. So this card kind of does look pretty demonic. It does. But is it really demonic, or is it just a pentagram? Or is it something that is just a card? Well, excuse me. Obviously, interpret this for many ways. That yes, this is very satanic. It's got the thing, the pentagram, and then possibly 6666 all over written around it, supposedly. Which, I guess maybe it could be, but I mean, to be honest, you guys, I really don't interpret it that way. I really don't. I think, to be safe and to say this, you guys, that people who whine and complain about, like, how Yu-Gi-Oh is so evil and it's um, so horrible because, I mean, how in God's name are you going to let your child ever play with Yu-Gi-Oh and you're going to do something like this? How are you going to? Well, obviously, just because this is a pentagram and it's supposedly like the devil's pentagram, I don't think of it that way. I ignore it. I understand that it's a card game. I understand that, you know, people people get the idea that it's very evil because you're playing with a pentagram or you're playing with cards and you're using magic You're using traps, you're using spells, you're using special ways to summon monsters, and that's kind of like the devil's anti-work, or devil's work, I guess, if you will. But, I mean, for those Christians who really do believe in that stuff, then that's what you believe in. I believe really doing anything evil. You're not, playing with an Ouija board. You're not talking to spirits. You're not trying to communicate with the dead. You're not trying to, you're not basically doing anything against God. You're not playing against God. You're just playing a game. It's obviously just a card game. It's a cardboard game. It's just a cardboard. It's just a game. And a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's so evil. Like, sick. You guys really need to get your head out of your butts. I'm sorry. I think that playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually is a great way to teach kids how to think a little bit more outside the box. It teaches them strategy. It teaches them, when you're like some card games that we know today, like Solitaire, Goldfish, War. Some of the things require some strategy. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more in depth, with more. Just. It's not just where, okay, you guys deal out the whole entire cards, and then you just flip, and then that's it. There's more to it. There's more, like, you gotta calculate math in your head. You gotta be able to see what your monster can do. I mean, if people think that's demonic, then let them be that way. But I could probably say, yeah, I would probably interpret this maybe as being a little demonic, but if you want to interpret that way, but I don't. So I guess, really, to be honest, I could probably sit here and counteract myself, but yeah, that may look demonic. That really may look demonic. But really, it's just a card. I mean, there's nothing really special to it. I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually have done it for many. We're going to continue to claim Yu-Gi-Oh! Is demonic because they're going to claim that it's the Antichrist thing. It's the big Antichrist. Well, God did say don't play with witchcraft and sorcery, which is true. God did say that. But you're not really playing with witchcraft. I don't contain this. I don't suppose this would be. I mean, witchcraft. This is voodoo and all those sorcery, hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo. Anyways, I mean, people could interpret that, which honestly, is this really witchcraft, or is this just a fun for people to be had? Is this just for fun? And I interpret this as just fun. I don't interpret anything like this as witchcraft or sorcery. It does say in the Bible, though, do be careful not to play with things like that, like the Ouija board, EVPs, or, what do you call it? Psychics or mediums, anything medium related like that basically can talk to the dead. That's satanic. Or, do any satanic ritual or any rituals that require, you to be higher power or be able to talk to the dead or man or woman or child or anyone has. Those are satanic. This is just a card game. So to be honest with you guys, I think I could probably sit here all day and repeat myself, but this is not. I don't know why people do that. They think that but I can understand a little bit, like I said, because of the satanic looking pentagram, and the pentagram really does kind of give a look at, like, all you need is just the horn or the face of a cow, which is basically supposedly the mark of the beast, and supposedly these could be like the 666 all written around here. Supposedly that could be true, and that could be false, and that could be wrong for me. I don't interpret that you're doing anything wrong. But, again, there's a lot of people, like Jehovah's Witness, they won't play with this stuff because they're a cult in itself. There's a lot of other Christians that won't touch this. Demonic is, and they probably don't read the Bible very well to understand, I could be wrong, and then my interpretation could be misconstrued for, a possible yes, when it's a no. So, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to be leaving today to do. I would say just have fun with it. I really would not concern myself. I mean, if you got people that tell you this kind of stuff, just ignore it. Just let them supposedly do whatever they want to say. I mean, Christians all around the world, and even atheists and Muslims and Jehovah's Witnesses and Scientologists all know what this game. I mean, anyone who's been born in the 90s would know this game, and they know that this game is pretty freaking awesome, and I can tell you for sure, I was dang glad I'm born in the 90s, and not anywhere, like not in the 2000s, because the 2000 years, they're not as awesome as the 90s, because, man, the 90s, we had these, and these guys were worth a lot. Like, you could probably get some trading lunch. You could probably get, like, somebody's cheese puffs for a good card. So you guys just basically have fun with it. Don't concern yourself about it. I wouldn't think about it. I would just say, you know what, have fun. As long as you're enjoying yourself, and as long as you continue to read the Bible and biblically understand that, you do God's work, or do whatever you believe in. And as long as you guys believe in whatever you believe in, you're not going to be in trouble. I think this is just more of, looks than it is for a reason. It could be, I could be really off my rocker and not, what do you call it, really fully comprehend that it could possibly be, but I don't think it is. I don't see it that way. I see it as a, just a cardboard, little sliver of paper of cardboard created for game with pictures created. So, yeah, I can kind of understand, like I said, you guys, you take it into consideration that, you know what, this could be satanic because you're summoning monsters, you're doing a lot of things, supposedly witchcraft and craft. Yeah, you might take that. But I don't. You guys, I don't think it that way. And I just think, like I said, my words of departure, have fun. Don't think of it that way. If you think of it that way, then it's gonna really kill what you want to do for fun, and it's gonna be no fun. You're just gonna think of it as like you're gonna go around trying to annoy other people with this game that that already kind of is dying as it is. But you really don't need to spread, and like I said yesterday, you don't need to spread what you feel into other people that don't believe in what you believe in. I mean, I know I'm a Christian and I believe in that this is correct and possibly being what I think it is and what other Christians could possibly think it is. But I don't really see it that way. I just see it as a strategy. I see it as, just like what Adam said once before in the anime game. If you believe truly in what you believe in, like believing in the heart of the cards, then you will have a good life. You will follow through with what you believe in. So if you believe that these are satanic, and deep down in your heart you believe that these are satanic, then that's your belief. Now, there is another reason why some people think that this is a really bad cartoon. Part of it also is because, people have here, Adam saying, well, like I said before, Adam doesn't believe in God. He believes in the heart of the cards. He, you know, ritualizes over the cards. Actually, if you notice, Adam doesn't ritualize over the cards. Like, he doesn't do any rituals that he just says, there's a lot of interpretations in this. I'm not going to go through all of them because, like I said, you guys, I don't want to get too far off on the concept and subject of what we're talking about here. But, things like these are just small potatoes for me, and I don't see anything wrong. So, hope you guys enjoy. Just have fun. And remember, whatever you believe in, you believe in. Don't let anyone else disrupt your thought process. Love you guys.